Hi, my name is Lars Helgeson. I am the founder of GreenRope, and I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about how GreenRope can help a nonprofit organization. If you're watching this, you probably are involved in a nonprofit, or maybe you run it, and you're looking at ways that you can save time, maybe save money, maybe increase a little bit of interaction or participation or revenue in the form of donations. So what we want to do is talk to you a little bit about how GreenRope does all the things that it does, and how that an integrated approach will save you a lot of this time and money. It can actually help you be more effective at doing what you're doing. So really the core of what we have at GreenRope is our CRM. So the CRM acts as a repository of information. This is where your customer relationship management is done. And really, over the long term, especially as a nonprofit, the relationship part is what's important. People are involved in your nonprofit because they believe in it. They believe in what you're doing, and you want to increase their participation through an ongoing relationship. So how do you categorize that relationship? Well, the CRM actually has a lot of things tied into it, but if we start at the top, really it's sort of midway through what we consider to be a sales funnel. So I know a lot of nonprofits don't think about what they do necessarily as sales, but in a lot of ways it is, because your customers could be your donors, they could be your members of your organization. Your customers come in a lot of different forms. In all cases, they have to find out who you are through some method. So maybe that's SEO. Maybe you built a website, maybe they found you on Google. Maybe you had the money to do a pay-per-click campaign so people could pay for your ads on a search engine. Maybe there's a referral. Maybe you throw events. All of these are ways that people are coming in contact with your brand. So it may be they meet with you they go to your website, maybe they meet with you in person, maybe they go to your office. In all cases, they are finding out who you are, and you're in a process of trying to bring them into your CRM so that you can start managing and tracking your relationship with them. Once they get into your CRM, then they will go further down this pipeline until they become customers. Now, of course, the word customer means something different to everybody. It could be a donor, it could be a participant, maybe in an event. All of these different terms just essentially mean that these are people who are now really interacting with your organization. So the question is now, we have them in our CRM, what are we going to do with them? What does GreenRope actually do for me? So some people have a contact management system, and so that is part of what that is. So inside your CRM you have your contacts, and they may be grouped. So you may categorize them as maybe a vendor group or a donor group or a volunteer group. There are all different ways to categorize who they are. And you can store custom user information about them. So maybe you're okay with doing their email, their name, maybe what company they work for, or maybe their contact information, but maybe you want to learn more about them. What are their likes, their dislikes, their interests in your particular nonprofit? So that's one part of what the CRM does. Another part is events. Many nonprofits have events as a way to generate either revenue or interaction with what they do, or maybe it's an activity that where they participate in, they bring people together to do good. So what we want to do is help you organize all that, and through registration and managing attendance and collecting for participation. So all of these things are pieces of information that are being accumulated from people interacting with your organization. So people may register for an event, they may attend, they may not attend. You may be able to collect maybe a donation as a result, maybe you have a bake sale, whatever the case. You want to be able to collect this information and store it within your CRM. That's another thing that GreenRope does to make things easy for you. Another part of your CRM is project management. So some of you may be running projects. So having a way to organize who is doing what, how many hours are they spending, that helps you. It also ties directly in with your CRM. You may also do mobile. So this could be SMS, where you send a text message out to tell people to donate. This could be a way to let them know that maybe some plans have changed last minute. It also can be used for telephony. So if somebody calls in, then they can be directed to the right person. We have the ability to manage a phone tree within GreenRope. So all of these things are all tied together so that when someone calls out, for example, from your office, you can start the call from right within your CRM, and that will also be recorded right there. So the idea is how do we keep track of all these people and make all this useful information? So more that we collect for you. So within GreenRope, you have the ability to build a website. We have about 150, 160 different base templates, and you can customize all of them. So once you've built this website, maybe you want to build multiple websites. You can have different landing pages. There are a lot of different things you can do. But the idea here is that you've got another place for people to interact with you. You can create custom content if you want, but this website serves as another way for you to disseminate information. As part of that, we also have tracking. So we can track when people are coming to your website. Some of you may be familiar with Google Analytics. That is a part of what we do. But one of the things that we do that makes us very special is we tie this tracking information back to your CRM. So we can tell you when people that are part of your organization, maybe they're donors, maybe they're participants, maybe it's a year or two or a couple months, whatever, down the line, they can come back to your website and we will record that within your CRM. So all of this information can be categorized and cataloged all within GreenRope. Now at first, it may seem like this is a lot to do, and you don't have to do it all at once. But the idea here is we want to create some sort of useful way for you to save time and money. So we do that through a term called automation. Automation allows us to make it easy for you to do your job so that you don't have to spend as much time communicating with people. Now we can do that through any number of methods. Up here, where we have everyone coming up to your website, it may be in the form of a web form. So this web form will capture information. Sometimes those forms are called lead capture forms. The idea is that someone comes to your website, you collect information from them, and that information gets automatically put into your CRM. Now as a result of that, under automation, we can do what's called an autoresponder. So an autoresponder is very simple. It just means that this person went to your website, they filled out the form, and they started receiving a sequence of emails. So that saves you time, so you don't have to build those emails every single time and send emails to them. You just build it one time, set up the form, and let it go. So there's another term that we'll use called a drip campaign. So a drip campaign, the way we do it in GreenRope is they're associated with these groups. So remember, we were talking about contacts and we can put people in different groups. So let's say that we have someone who's interested in being a donor and they fill out a form and they get added to the donor group. You can, as a result of that, they can be sent an autoresponder. You can also say you meet someone at a networking event and you have their card and they're interested in becoming a donor. You can use a drip campaign to predefine that sequence of emails so that when they get added to that group, they start receiving those messages. You don't have to send them information every single time. It saves you time, and ultimately it saves you money because time is money. So this is just a brief overview of how GreenRope can help a nonprofit. You'll see as you start to get more and more involved that the more things that you tie into GreenRope, the more powerful it becomes and the more time you're going to save. As you get more reliant on it, you'll find that everything just becomes easier because everything is in one place. You don't have to log into multiple different systems. Everything is all cataloged and categorized automatically for you, with the CRM being the core component of it. Thank you very much. I hope you consider using GreenRope for your nonprofit. We're here to help you. We have a sales and support line and email addresses, and if you have any questions, we're happy to help you. Thank you.